This is a training video on Aplus Accounting 9, Accounts Payable. Could be said that accounts payable is very similar to accounts receivable in many ways programmatically. Accounts receivable has customer information that we need to keep track of. These are people who are buying things from you. On the flip side of accounting, accounts payable has vendors who we are writing checks to. If I go to accounts payable and then data manager, I can see the same type of information I saw in accounts receivable. Billing address, shipping address, various phone information grouped together, email, website grouped together, which we can launch from this page. Workman's comp, terms description, and we can even put a picture of the building in here that pertains to this particular vendor. If we go to the right-hand top of the screen, we see something called recurring check writing. If we're going to be paying the vendor the same amount every month, then we can enter the information in so that it automatically writes them a check every month with, as usual, integration with General Ledger to pull up General Ledger account numbers and account descriptions, and job costing category numbers and descriptions, so we can tie this particular check to job costing. The next option on the main menu for accounts payable is basic checking. If I were to go to basic checking, I would see something that looks somewhat like a check with a bunch of fields in the check stub part of the check. If I click on add, I can then select a vendor. I can type in how much I'm going to pay them and how much I'm invoiced. I can select their account number from General Ledger just as before, category number. And if I wanted to make a hard copy of this check, I could even save it here. We have credit card information should we wish to pay with credit card instead of a check. Let's just keep a copy of the check for records purposes. Shipping interface with the similar fields that were in the shipping interface for accounts receivable. Tracking number, box number, container number, once again helping us track everything that we are buying from this particular vendor. And should the package not make it to us, we have a dispute interface. The check register for accounts payable allows us to send checks to the screen or printer, send an alignment report to the printer, post checks to the check register, or as usual, see things in grid formats if we wish to see our customers, what checks are about to be posted and what checks are being posted. The check register menu for accounts payable also has an accounts management feature, which allows us to keep track of various bank accounts. When the check batch is run, the way it's set up right now, it'll pull from the savings account. I would actually prefer that it pulled from the checking account, which has plenty of money to cover this check batch, and let's say that we're going to deposit an additional $20,000 into this account. We may do it right here, and that way the check register is in line with what's happening with the bank. And under the command button, we can see the various adjustments that have been made to the different bank accounts in this section of the program. As with accounts receivable, accounts payable has a specialized report menu for things specific to tracking numbers or disputes, or contracts that are particular to accounts payable. And the first menu system has very generalized reports that are generic to the accounting industry in general, such as check register report, deposit withdrawal report, unpaid report, age payables report. If I went to the help for the accounts payable main menu, I would see what accounts payable does in flowchart format. We have the general vendor information here. Then we create checks with a one-to-many relationship. If we're having a bunch of checks written to a particular vendor, then we probably don't want to repeat the information every time we write them a check. Why not store that information, then write them different checks in this current non-posted, then post the information to the permanent database, which is then visible by the reports. The permanent posted data integrates with the accounts management section, general ledger, and job costing. As always, from a flowchart, if I click on the help icon again, then I will pull up online help for the program.